Well, the holidays are upon us, and it's time for family gatherings and parties and all sorts of festivities. And of course, the perfect thing everyone needs is a good meal and especially great desserts. And of course, that's where the Gable House Bakery comes in. And what are we going to make today?
Today, we're going to make a Battenberg cake. It is a little checkerboard cake. It's a British dessert that you often see at like an afternoon tea. So what I've done here is I've baked 2 different kinds of cake. What I love about this cake is you really can use your favorite cake recipe to do it, as long as it has a nice tight crumb, it's not too crumply.
All right.
So I've baked 2 of those. Today we've done more of a traditional Battenberg, which is almond cake, and then we do a pink cake, which is actually a rose cake. The rose is something we add, but the almond is very traditional to the Battenberg. And the big important thing with this is that they are about the same thickness to make a nice clean checkerboard pattern. So essentially the way we're gonna start is we're just gonna make some strips of cake that are about 1 inch thick.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna trim the end off here just so it's out of the way.
Right.
And then I actually use a ruler. You do want to be a little bit meticulous because you want things to be pretty exact to make, again, that nice checkerboard. I'm just gonna lightly score where I want to cut.
Okay. When you look at the Battenberg cake, you think, how does that happen?
Yes, well, we're gonna find out. Here we go.
It's so exciting.
Yes. So you would ideally cut up your whole 9x13 cake, and then I'll set them over here, and we'll get both of them cut up and then move on to our next step. Once you have your strips of cake, we're actually gonna use apricot jam as our binder to kind of hold the strips all together.
Okay.
You want your apricot jam to be very spreadable. So we usually add just like a teaspoon of water and warm it up a little bit so it doesn't destroy the cake as you put it on there. We're actually going to pair it with pink and white together. So we're gonna turn them toward each other and put the jam sides together there and just push it together just like that.
All right.
And then we're just gonna apply the jam now on this side. So jam sides together and then apply jam to the top again.
All right.
So now we're gonna place these on top of each other to make a cube of checkerboard. So we want the pink to be on the white and the white to be on the pink.
Okay, now
so I'm gonna flip this over. And we've got what I refer to as like a loaf, or you can call it a log, but you've got this log that is white and pink all around, jam holding all of it together. And then normally I take that, wrap it in plastic, and pop it in the freezer. Okay. We just want it to settle up before we now do the last step. So I have some marzipan here. You can either make your own marzipan or get it at the store. And we're just gonna roll this out. Instead of using like flour to like keep it from sticking, we're gonna use powdered sugar, because powdered sugar is an ingredient already in marzipan. And raw flour is actually really bad for you. So we don't want to use raw flour for something that isn't gonna be cooked.
All right.
So I'm just gonna powder that there and then give this a roll out. So we mainly want this to be the same length as our log here.
All right.
So I'm gonna give this a quick roll.
Now, what is in marzipan?
It is almond flour, confectioner sugar, and then a reconstituted egg white. You can use regular egg whites if you're at home. We don't in the bakery, of course, because that's not quite safe to use raw egg. But yeah, that's basically all it is. It is very almondy, so it really takes the almond flavor of the Battenberg over the top. Okay, so we're going to take our log and we're gonna put it halfway along the side. We want, when we get to the end of this, to fuse it along the side rather than on a corner. If we do it on the corner, the marzipan will just pull apart and it won't look nice.
We don't want that. We want a nice neat package.
That's right. If you're gonna put this much effort in, it might as well look nice. So you're just gonna gently roll this log along your marzipan.
Okay.
And kind of make sure you're doing it nice and tight. You want that to really fuse to that apricot jam we put in there.
All right.
And then when we get to the end here, onto this side, I normally just kind of find out where it needs to finish, and then I come back and give it a cut. So you're just gonna cut it across just like that. So there you've got your log.
Wow.
I normally then trim just like the end off here. And you can kind of see there a little bit, the magic really happens when you give this a true cut. So then another cool thing about this cake is it has a fantastic life in the freezer.
Oh,
if you wrap this in plastic and keep it airtight, it will last like 6 weeks and taste beautiful, and it'd be wonderful. So it's a really great thing if you're like, I'm busy the week of Christmas, or I'm busy before my gathering. You can make this 2 weeks ahead, pop it in the freezer, and then just get it out and serve it. So
terrific, we like
there
that.
It is. Yeah, so we'll cut it and let the magic happen.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. And I usually do mine about 1/2 inch down the log, and we're just gonna give it a beautiful little slice. And then we've got our little checkerboard cake.
Oh, Nicole.
And you can serve it just like that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It came out so good. I'm so excited.
Our venue is Helix Hall. It's just a block away from the bakery, and we've partnered with a florist shop called Jilly's Lilies in order to bring this really lovely space. On December 20th and 21st, we are actually having a Christmas tea. We are fully booked for the 20th, but Saturday we still have some spots. It's by reservation only, so you'll want to go to our website to make those reservations. So here at Helix Hall, if you do not manage to make it to our Christmas tea, we do Thursday afternoon teas. Every Thursday, we're resuming those on January 23rd, so make sure you check us out for that.
And also, we want to talk about the Gable House Bakery, of course.
Yes, of course, yeah. At the bakery, we're very, very busy this time of year. We have our holiday cookie boxes. They're beautiful little gift boxes with a variety of cookies, German cookies, holiday cookies. We also have our gingerbread kits. We also, just in general, keep our case stocked with some beautiful holiday goods all year. And today, we'll be at Christkindl Market selling our cookies. You can visit our shop. And even in here at Helix Hall, there'll be vendors for a holiday market. So lots going on.
Nikki, thanks again for having us. It's always great to visit you here at the Gable House in Mifflinburg.
Yes.
And we wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Jackie.